Good morning and welcome to 3 Mohr Minutes. We are on day 8 of 21 days on promises. And today we are in a new book. We are in 2 Chronicles and we are in chapter 21 and we're going to be reading verses 1 through 7. And a quick little backstory on this is it's talking about King Jehoshaphat. He's just passed away. And Jehoshaphat was in the line of David, and he was a good king. He followed what God wanted. He had done his best to establish the authority of God in the kingdom. And so we're reading here in verse 1, he's just passed away. It says, Then Jehoshaphat rested with his fathers and was buried with them in the city of David. And Jehoram his son succeeded him as king. And then it lists all of his brothers there in verse 2. Verse 3 says, Their father had given them many gifts of silver and gold and articles of value, as well as fortified cities in Judah. But he had given the kingdom to Jehoram because he was his firstborn son. When Jehoram established himself firmly over his father's kingdom, he put all his brothers to the sword, along with some of the princes of Israel. So basically, he killed all of his family. And I'll definitely say this is not God's plan. I do not think that that's what God endorses or wants. However, during this time, this was not incredibly uncommon for someone to come into power and kill all their family. So continuing in verse 5, it says, Jehoram was 32 years old when he became king, and he reigned in Jerusalem 8 years. He walked in the ways of the kings of Israel, as the house of Ahab had done, for he married a daughter of Ahab. He did evil in the eyes of the Lord. Nevertheless, because of the covenant the Lord had made with David, the Lord was not willing to destroy the house of David. He had promised to maintain a lamp for him and his descendants forever. And what I like about this, like what I take away from this for me, is I did not arrive where I am today on my own. It's one of those things that my parents, my grandparents helped to get me where I am today, both with financially, educationally, and even more specifically, spiritually. Not every one of us have had that gift, and not every one of us have been given a good foundation, either financially or educationally or spiritually. But that is something that we can give to either those who are our children or to those around us, to those that we are close with. And it's one of those things that we see the descendants of David benefiting from something that their grandfather or great-grandfather had done and has relationship with God. My hope is that we can pass that on to someone else, just like David passed it on to his family. And maybe that's family for us, or maybe that's just someone that we work with or someone that we're close to. But we can give them a gift of spirituality and a gift that is a closer walk with God. And for anyone who's wondering, did Jehoram get what he deserved? At the very end of this chapter, you see after his reign had come to an end, it says, He passed away to no one's regret and was buried in the city of David, but not in the tomb of the kings. So his reward did come eventually, just maybe not as soon as some people would have liked.